This is an interview with Blister Brigade on Thursday, May 5th, 2022 by Nick Perkel. Now, can you each introduce yourselves?
My name is Gustav Lund. I'm the lead vocalist and guitarist for the band.
Yes, and I'm Anders Gustafsson, bass player in the band. That's my that's my role.
Can you each tell me about getting your first guitar?
My first guitar was I don't remember the brand. I think it was a Samick guitar, some sort of Stratocaster copy of some kind, and I bought it when I was about, I think, 13 maybe. Knew 3 chords that my mom taught me. It just took off after that. Just found my thing. But it's a Samick Stratocaster was my first real guitar. Before that, my real first instrument, if we're talking just instruments, was a violin. Actually, I played the violin when I was from 7 years old to 11 something, I think. When I come to think of it, my first instrument was a violin. Really, yeah.
Anders, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny how you get into this. When we were younger, I don't really know how old we were. Guess maybe 13 or something like that. Me and my friends were thinking maybe we should start a band. But any of us couldn't play anything. But one of my friends has an electric guitar and another one had a drum kit. The bass was left. So I convinced my parents to buy me a bass guitar. And from there it is now. 30 years later, something like that. Still playing.
We're grateful that you chose the instrument nobody else wanted. Very grateful for that.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah.
Exactly. But it's a funny story.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite things you picked up from learning about music education in Sweden?
My favorite thing I picked up, I don't know. I had a very good guitar teacher that taught me to pick out songs by ear. Just learn them by listening to them and learn to hear what kind of notes and arrangements and stuff. Something like that, I think. Educational wise, I don't think there's something other than that really special, that stuck with me. Learning the scales and that the classic stuff, but other than that, no, I don't think so.
Anders, what about you?
Apart from really listening to it, I mean, like Gustav said, the teacher, I also had a great bass guitar teacher who taught me a lot. Just really play what you like and listen to the music and try to listen what people are playing and learn from that.
Yeah,
besides all the theory and stuff like that. So
yeah, both you and me, Anders, we went to the same school. We both what's it called? Senior high school.
Yeah, I don't know
the
English name for it.
Yeah, but with focus on music, we saw a lot of our classmates and stuff, studying music, lost the love for music. And that was kind of sad to see, the theory and all that kind of took the joy out of it. So
yeah, exactly.
So we're some that's still are playing, but an awful lot of people just quit because studying music took the fun out of it.
A lot of us, I think it should be like an interest, not a way of living. Just it was fun to play, but when it came to education, and it was quite intense, so I guess a lot of people lost interest of it.
Yeah, it was very intense, but at the same time, I mean, we learned a lot of stuff too. But as I said, very, very intense. Yeah.
When it comes to popular musicians in Sweden, what would you say was the most memorable event that you look back on?
I think my most memorable event about music in Sweden was my first real concert I went to at the age of, I don't remember, 12, 13 or something. It was went to the local festival here in our city where we live, and saw the band Clawfinger, Swedish metal band Clawfinger, and I just remember that it just blew me away. It was for me at that age, seeing metal for the first time. It was mind blowing. Yeah. If I have to pick one, I'd say that one, because it's the first real memorable, metal show.
I agree with that one. I was at the same concert. It was.
Yeah, you were there too, right?
Yeah, it
Front
was.
row. Yeah.
Really great.
Rap metal pioneers, or what you should call it.
When did you form Blister Brigade?
Blister Brigade was formed in, I think, fall of 2010. It was really me and the drummer at the time. We had a other band before Blister, and we were trying to keep that band alive. So I've written a couple of songs at home, prepping for because two of the guys had moved away, and in way for them, to come back. We jammed a little, and I was writing songs and things like that. But they never came back. The other two guys, they stayed in the cities they moved to. So we had two members, about 5 songs, and we thought, well, let's make something new of this. That's when we contacted guitarist Kristoffer and bass player called Simon, and we started jamming and on the stuff that I've written, and it worked out really well. Sometimes it just it clicks, and after the first rehearsal, everybody was just let's do this. This is fun. So that's basically how we was formed. It was really 4 guys. It was all of the guys. Kristoffer and Simon I knew from earlier. We talked, and so after, I don't know how many bands you formed after a night out in the pub, and this was these two guys I've been talking a lot to, out drinking, and said, we should form a band, and the classic stuff, and then there was a band formed, so I called them, and they were immediately on, so that was cool. So that was how we were formed.
Now, how often and can you please describe a typical practice session?
Typical practice session, yeah. You want to take that one, Anders?
Yeah, well, yeah. We usually meet up at the rehearsal place. First, we discuss last week's events, from small things to everything, to big things.
Yeah, it's always a catch-up,
Yeah.
15 minutes of catch-up talk,
Yeah. And then, a little bit depending on what we're aiming for. If it's a gig, then we usually have formed like a set list that we rehearse, go through the songs that we want to play on that gig, and rehearse them once or maybe twice during the evening. But like we're doing it right now, we're more or less focusing on new material, so we try to create new songs in the we're rehearsing new material, more or less, and go through the details and stuff like that on the new songs. So
yeah, usually we take a 5-minute break in the middle. That often ends up at 45-minute break, because we have a lot. we have a lot to say about everything. So
for your new single and music video, Carousel, that's dedicated to Carousel Tattoo. Tell me a bit about the history of that location.
Well, Carousel Tattoo is, it's a place. Sanna, who works there, she have tattooed 75% of the band. She's
yeah,
our
exactly.
She's like our personal tattooer. No, but it's a great studio. It's really cool. The ones who are working there are extremely talented and professional and skilled. I think they're among the best, and that's. I mean, we talked about this whole Carousel making a song to the place thing. It was really kind of a should we call it a COVID thing? There was nothing really to rehearse, no gigs to rehearse to. It was songwriting was going kind of slow, and for a whole new album, and we just we threw the idea out to them. Let's do a song about your place, and maybe you can use it as a theme song or an anthem or something like that.
Anders, you have anything to say on that?
No, basically what Gustav said. We had few ideas during the COVID, or at least in the middle of the COVID thing. We didn't really know how to proceed or do anything, so we popped that idea out.
No, we couldn't even rehearse. I mean,
no, exactly.
It was like we couldn't even meet up. So this was just let's do something.
Yeah.
We're not prepped to do an entire album, but just let's do something to show that that we're alive and well. So this was just like a fun idea that So
exactly. Yeah, we would just talk to Sanna and asked if this was something she wanted us to do, more or less, because we all know her in the band and the other ones working at the studio. So, and they liked the idea. So we tried to form an idea and present to them, and then they really liked the song.
Yeah, luckily, I just would say that. Luckily, they liked the song too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, how does Blister Brigade usually compose a song, and was Carousel arranged any differently than you usually do?
This was a new way of writing. This was actually the first song that we wrote together, from scratch, as a unit. Usually, as we write, I often me or Anders has record something at home, just in the home studio, like a pre-production, and show it to the band, and this is a song idea. Do you think this could work? And and then we start working on it, and put it through the blister grinder, and yeah. So that's typically how we write. That I present a song, with drums and all, but this, let's say, if we're gonna do something like just one song, and let's try to write it all together, and that worked really well. I think it's a different song. It's a lot of different ideas than our normal stuff, but at the same time, I think it sounds like us. So no, it was really fun to do, but as I said, different.
It was kind of fun that we decided in the without knowing how it would sound anything like. Then we decided in the rehearsal place that Gustav, you will write the intro and the refrain, and I'll see if I can fix something that looks like a verse, and Christopher put together the middle part. So we didn't know what it was going to sound like.
No, we had no idea. Yeah, we all got homeworks, You fix the chorus, you fix the verse. Rickard, you arranged it, No, I think it turned out really good. So
yeah, I did.
What are your favorite Scandinavian print publications to stay up to date on music news?
Well, Sweden Rock Magazine is probably the biggest one. at least here in Sweden.
Yeah, in Sweden, probably. Yeah, it's a good magazine. You know, keeps you updated with the bands you like and events and news and everything. You know, basically everything you need to know is covered in that magazine. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, they go, in my opinion, from fairly small bands to the biggest ones, so they cover quite a lot of ground.
Cool. You check out anything from Norway or Finland?
Oh, not so much on the magazine side, but the bands from Norway and Finland. Well, not every, but a lot of it at least listen to. Norwegian, I like some Norwegian black metal maybe, and like Satyricon and Immortal and bands like that. And from Finland, there are a lot of big bands from Finland. So
yeah, I don't these days I don't read a lot of. Kind of lost track on what kind of magazines and there's but I also think we have a lot of great what you call it, rock sites on like Facebook and we have like Rocknytt and just I think a lot of them is really great too, so but I can't say that I read much from either Norway or Finland. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now,
maybe I should start doing that. Yeah.
Finnish language is quite hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard.
It's not so easy.
Oh.
But,
what is each of your most cherished musical possession?
My most cherished musical possession. Like you mean like an instrument or
it
a
could
record
be an instrument, it could be an album. I leave it up to you.
Okay. Well, then I have to say, my Gibson Les Paul. It's been around for a long time, and it's just one of the things that I'm never gonna get rid of. It's pretty much everything I've written to this band is written on that one. So, I say my Gibson Les Paul. That's my holy grail.
Anders?
Yeah, I have a few items that I cherish. Well, first of all, I have a Fender Jazz Bass 5-string. I think is it the 50 years anniversary or something like that.
It sounds awesome. By the way,
it's the one bass that I probably will never let go. I'm so happy with that one.
Yeah.
But I also have a guitar pick from Bill Steer in Carcass that I managed to pick up at the concert. I'm quite fond of.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to add one thing. I have a set list from Motorhead. That's also a cherished.
What tour was that?
2000. They released We Are Motorhead. I think. Yeah.
Favorite Swedish horror movies?
Ooh, favorite Swedish horror movies. How about that, Anders? You don't even like horror movies, right?
Not anymore. I'm scared
not anymore.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite Swedish horror movie. Well, yeah, I think it's a movie called Låt den rätte komma in. They made a Hollywood version of it too. I think it's called Let Me In. If I don't.
Oh, the vampire movie, right?
Yeah, the vampire movie. That's right. Yeah. It's it's originally a Swedish movie.
Yeah, I saw the original back in theaters, like in 2008.
No, I think it's really good. It's really it's really arty and it moves slowly and I like those. I like those movies. I'm not a big fan of slasher and but I like when it's slow and it's it goes to your psychic and it's the environment is just you can really feel the atmosphere of a 70s vampire infested Sweden. I think it's great. Yeah.
Okay, so then I go for I'll jump to our next door neighbors country, the Norwegians. They made I think it was a zombie movie. Is it Dead Snow?
Yeah, Död snö. Yeah.
Död snö. It's a zombie Nazis that are awakened in the mountains. So that has quite a lot of humor in it. So
Yeah.
I think I'll take that one. I'm not really that fond in horror movies. But,
It's a good movie. I agree with you.
Final words?
Final words. Well, first of all, thanks so much to you for having us. It's an honor.
Thanks.
And, just check us out. Check out our, Instagram or YouTube, Spotify, and,
What are those links?
I don't know really the links. Just type in Blister Brigade. We're pretty alone about that name. There's some hiking guys that are using that name. Have you have you seen that, Anders? It's
no,
like
I haven't.
It's a group of hikers, that walk the mountains. That have a hashtag with Blister Brigade. But if you just go to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, type Blister Brigade, and you're gonna be directed to our site. So, and check out our new single.
Yeah,
Carousel.
exactly.
We're very proud of it. We think it's it feels like that. After the pandemic and all, this feels like a way of saying that we're ready to go again, and yeah.
How can people go online and look up to order your albums and stuff?
I think the easiest way is just to contact us, on our Facebook page, or write us a DM on Instagram or something, and or contact Inverse Records if you live outside Sweden. I'd say that contact us directly, or get in touch with Inverse Records. I'd say.
Thank you. This has been an interview with Blister Brigade on Thursday, May 5th, 2022 by Nick Perkel.